What's going on YouTube, and welcome to part 6 of my Let's Play series of Stranded Alien Dawn. Let's jump into it. Takes a few seconds to load. There we go. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to try and get a couple things made up here real quick. So let's pause these as I don't want them. Let's pause that. Let's go to the roof. I want these three. Let's pause these. Pause these three over here. There we go. And this one as well. So I want to leave these three, and I want these three. And then I might as well construct some of these. And might as well construct this as well. There we go. So one thing that I noticed here while going to add the walls back to the construction list is they need some gates, or my people aren't going to get in and out of them. So let's try and find roughly the middle of each section and give it a little gate. I can always add another little perimeter behind it if I feel like it's a little weak. But I don't think I'm going to have to do that. At least not yet. Year 3, maybe. Year 4, definitely. But for now, a little bit of stone, a little bit of wood. It's not going to hurt me. And the next thing on my list is to check out Krista. So the battery. We're getting that done right now. I'm tired of not having all the electricity that I could potentially have. Now we're sitting on 4,000. As soon as that research gets done, these are going to bump up to 8,000 as it goes from 1,000 charge per battery to 2,000 charge per battery, and 2 times 4 is 8. So we're going to get a nice big boost to our power, another big jump to our power. The last video, or was it the fourth video, the fifth video? I forget which one. I think it was the fourth video. We did a huge jump to our power. Also got no, that was the last video. We did a huge jump in our power. We got our batteries built. We got our basic wind generation going, and some solar. And now that the nice table's done, let's go ahead and deconstruct. I don't want to, but let's go ahead and do that anyway. Might as well. This is here. I don't think it gives us any bonus. It might give us a slight increase to the worker speed. So it all depends on the worker's intelligence level, as well as how long it's going to take naturally. So most researches will take between 3 hours to 5 days. That's not, that's all of them, honestly. The lowest timer is 3 hours. There's several of those. Really enjoy them. There's also a couple 5 days. There's two or three 4 days. Several 3 days. Popping myself a coffee here, you guys. Get that brewing up. Especially here in the nighttime, there's literally nothing else to do but stand around and watch. Not a big fan of the nighttime in this game, at least early game. Now once we get the robots, the service bots, that's when nighttime's fun, because the service bots will be doing what the survivors do, but at night, as well as during the day. So we get significantly more done. It also allows you to set your allows you to set your workers to have less work time per day, allowing them to have more leisure activity, helping their mental. They go and they do stuff on the farm, and they tend to animals. That's pretty much the end game, unless you're doing what I'm doing, which we're going to knock out all of the research and we're going to get all our people out of here. As I have a couple more playthroughs of this game to do. There's the military outpost next, which I think I'm going to attempt that on hard. Yeah, I think I'm going to try it on hard. Bump the difficulty up with each playthrough. The one after that's the trading outpost. I'm not sure how that one's going to go, how many people we get. So depending on how many people we get, gonna factor in my difficulty level. If we only get 4, obviously that's only going to be a medium run. If we get 6 people, like on the military outpost, they already get some weapons, some armor, so you can bump the difficulty up a little bit. You have those extra 2 survivors to help you out, so it's not as hard of a grind. Now you are going to want to have a researcher, and you're going to want to have a farmer at the very least, and then everybody else combat. You can substitute some of your combat, have them mine, have them cut down trees and harvest and stuff. But ultimately, you want 4 warriors and 1 researcher and 1 harvester. So we're probably going to go with Krista, and we're going to go with Laura, which is the individual that's to the right of Krista. I kept calling her Samantha or Sam or something. No, it's actually Laura. So we're going to go Ken, Krista, Laura, Amber, and then I'm going to figure out who the other 2 are going to be. But that's pretty much going to be my lineup for that run. But until then, I'm going to come over to the soldering, and let's allocate CPU cores first, as I need significantly more of them. Well, I say significantly more, but they're significantly more important is what I truly intended to say. And they're significantly more important because that's what I need for my flat cannon. The flat cannon gets up, and we're good to go. I don't have to worry about the flyers anymore, and that's currently my only concern, are the flyers. Once they attack, it's it's game over if I don't have at least some sort of flat coverage, because they will eat through your survivors faster than you know what happened. Hopefully we won't have to witness that, because if we do, you'll see firsthand, and hopefully you don't have to have you don't have to experience it yourself. Now, the only drawback to this game in the Let's Play series is the RNG factor in the game. Now, you can get survivors, you sometimes won't. It all depends on if the game wants to give them to you or not. It's a roll of the dice, and there's a couple other factors that I was reading into it. On Reddit, apparently, if you start a mission at a specific time, you'll get a different outcome than if you were to wait a couple hours or do it a couple hours ahead of time. As soon as it drops, try it. If you get somebody, great. If not, wait a couple hours, try it again. Use that autosave feature to its utmost, you guys, if you have it available, if you're using it. I'm not sure if playing on the hardest difficulty takes away the autosave feature, so that's why I'm saying, if it's available to you. I'm fairly certain it's always available though. I'm gonna say it again. Always use that autosave, you guys. It is a lifesaver in these playthroughs, especially with this game. You get so many autosaves. It's phenomenal. If you notice that something happened to you, you get at least like a good 20 minutes of save time. So you're able to halt everything else and try and focus on that one thing that you were slacking on. In this case, hopefully it's not my cannons. I am a little disappointed. I did a recording before this, and unfortunately some things happened in the family life, but yeah, we got this drone pretty much completed, and then almost got a flat cannon done. I think he was on his way to go build the flat cannon, and then I had to abruptly end the recording, so I figured might as well just restart it all together. But here we go. Just need those CPUs. and those electronics. Scavenge one from over there. Sweet. Hopefully it goes into a flat cannon or something. And to ensure it goes into a flak cannon, I'm going to pause those, as the only other thing available already has the CPU cores installed into it. And I can't remember if I placed down the battle drone before I placed down the flat cannon. It'll go in whatever order you place down first. So it's going to start this one, then it might do this one, and then this one, and etc., etc., all the way around in a circle. But we have one. It's a start, you guys. It is a start. Now let me take a quick look. I might need another person handling activities. Who's a base body? Katina and Paulette. They like to stay at the base. I just wish I had more people crafting and whatnot, because I do need them to be crafting. New CPU cores I need. That's the research bench. That's times. Go ahead and disable the times, as I don't need that up anymore. Laser pistol. Let's see if I have the pikes. I don't. Yes, we're gonna leave those available. Thank God I decided to get these completed, as we're finally getting attacked by some creatures on this side. I have these built. I think I have some built over here. Yeah, so that takes care of. Are these built? No, these are the next ones that need to be built. So let's go ahead and select them and construct them. And there we go. More or less everywhere all the way around the base is at least somewhat protected. You know, be it a small spike strip, but it's still little spike traps. I keep calling them spike traps, but they're bear traps. Yeah, we have a few bear traps spotted around the place. Very crucial, especially against some. No, I almost said some, but it's crucial against the majority of those ground creatures. Now, who am I missing? Somebody's not over here fighting. How's Grayson hurt? Take care of you. There we go. There's Vanessa. Okay, now we can move everybody up again. And then prepare to undraft. And there we go, undrafting. Pretty easy. Alright, so let's see, do I have fuel? I have some. Alright, let's go ahead and butcher this round. I haven't butchered in a little while. So let's go ahead and grab all of these creatures. And then, how's my food looking? It's not. Why is some of my raw food not showing up? That's crazy. 10 out of 11, there we go, 11 out of 11. I wonder what was unselected. Alright, so one flat cannon. And thankfully we got attacked by some more ground creatures. I keep getting worried that that the next time is going to be it. That I'm gonna be out of time. And with only one flat cannon, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, just a little concerned. Let me see if there's any kind of core or item that I might be able to dismantle. What was this? I don't get nothing from that. Okay, never mind. I was hoping it was a mech core. 'Cause I can get a lot of stuff from a mech core. I have no scraps. Well, for now, I guess we're not going to butcher, as I need Ken salvaging. We need scraps. And we need lots of it. So, that's what Ken's going to be doing again. I think I had him hunting a little while ago. Yeah, there's still the some of the hides in there and whatnot. Okay, why is everybody... Why is there harvesting but no taking? Activities... Deliver. Yeah, why isn't anybody delivering? I mean, just handling... Oh, we just got a couple electronics. Nice. That's so weird on why they're not picking stuff up. I need these bots. I need these bots immediately. Yes. I might have my first bot coming up. We got the 6 electronics and I only need 4. What do I need over here? Perfect. Okay, looks like we're about to have our first delivery drone and our first freezer. Whenever it all gets moved over here. So he's grabbing the electronics now, I believe. I should have built the other thing first, Grayson. Yeah, I need this built. But we still have a few. We still have enough electronics to take care of that, though. But we do now have a freezer. Which, let's go ahead and... I don't want to freeze any cooked meals. I don't want to... I'm not going to really worry about grain and oils. I want the fruit and the veggies in there. And I don't really care about the meat. But I want some fruit and veggies in there immediately. Wait, where's those electronics at? Oh, there they are. What's this doing in the middle of the floor? Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. No, no, and no. Yeah, why are the energy crystals over here on the floor? Why are things on the floor? I'm confused. I guess what else is new? Yeah, why are things on the floor? What's wrong with you people? I guess it is indoors, so it doesn't have a spoil timer for the most part, but yeah, what's going on? Well, Rock is doing some tailoring finally, which means there really isn't anything left to build, except for this if they would get to it. That's all you have to do is just build that delivery drone station, and we're golden. Like, it can take care of a lot of stuff for us. If you just go build it, please, somebody. Grayson, what are you doing? Constructing trap. Okay. You know what? You're not going to be constructing traps for much longer. Because they're all disabled. Yep. There you go. Finally, somebody's getting to the drone. Thank you, Paulette. Good job. My hat's off to you. Wonderful worker. Look at her. Doing what everybody else was neglecting. And this is like the biggest part of our first step, is getting this delivery drone. Right here. Now, get to work, little delivery drone. Work, 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 work. There it goes, yeah. I just had to give it a little encouragement. It's going to do all our sorting now. Everything's going to get organized. Everything's going to get picked up off the floor. Everything's going to get transported. Look at this thing. It is a beast. And it works 24/7. And it's going to go and go and go until there's nothing left to do. Which, good on it. I needed somebody finally doing this. They've been really slacking me. Look at this little drone. He's got so much going on in his life. Which means I can now start working on these guys. Focusing them up a little bit more. I just needed that one drone. Just that one drone was going to make a significant difference right now. No, no, no. I guess we can put some antibiotics in there, and then the beverages. Yeah, that works. But now's the time to take a look around and figure our next steps. Now, if you want to get your hands dirty with learning the animals, knock yourself out. They're not too difficult. All you have to do is give them some housing. Where's it at? Oh, I don't have it learned yet. But you give them some little housing, which come in the form of sheds. You give them a little feeding thing, and then assign a worker to fill up their food. And keep an eye on how many you have, because they'll just breed and 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 breed. And then the next thing you know, you went from 5 to 50. So, yeah. It's not a bad thing to do. The, what's it called? The ranching. It's not a bad thing to do. You can actually get a significant amount of meat and all the leather that you can know to do with. You'll never run out of hide. You'll never run out of meat. And there's a couple different things that uh, you can do with the ranching. All right, so you have the cows, which will give you hide and meat. It says 50 and 30, but when you have them under your control, you can get up to, I think it's 100, 130, 150, something like that. You can get a decent amount of meat from them. These guys will give you just meat. You can tame, there's a couple breeds of dogs. And then I think there's a bird, a little bird creature somewhere, which I don't know what happened to them. There might be one or two roaming around somewhere. As well as the shriekers, which are the little mini scorpion things that attack us from time to time. Those can be tamed. Alright, so they're getting ready for some more winter with the clothing. Getting some shirts made, as people are going to need that. And yeah, we're going to need to start working on our clothing. Thank God that they decided to do it now. We're hitting the fall. Grayson really needs the cold weather gear. Krista needs the cold weather gear. Honestly, they all could go for some good cold weather gears. Majority of them are sitting in almost nothing now. Like Chad has no pants. Katina has no pants. His pants are ragged. Yeah, so we need to get our clothing up. So we got nothing in there. What is that, 3 shirts? No, sorry, 3 jackets. That's all they have is some jackets. Wow. I am seriously slacking. Well, it's fall. I don't really have too much going on now besides getting these Oh, sweet, we got them built. Let me go ahead and now I can construct even more. Take a look at our power. Production is double, almost double. So I can take down 2 more turrets and feel safe. And then I'm going to activate some more power generation. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Not too many. I say not too many, and I do like half. Well, it really isn't all that many. It's like 5 of those and 4 of these. It's barely going to make a dent, honestly. I mean, these are pushing 20 and these are pushing 26 right now. They can vary between 4 and 40, so it's barely going to make a difference. Vanessa is unarmed. Let's take care of this first. Get the short bow. I believe the short bow has a little bit more range than the other. The other being the crossbow. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So it has a little bit more range than the crossbow, I believe. Look, buddy, we don't need shirts. That's why I'm slacking. Okay, I need to get some more hides and stuff. So we've got a tailor and we got a crafter now. And then we're... Oh, that's right. Ken has to be salvaging. So we're... Well, I mean, they are making clothing with the cloth. And I do have a little bit of leather for the boots. You know what? Screw it. Ulfrins, hunt 6 of them. That'll give me about another 100 and something hide. I need another mission for the self-destruct, or an 8th individual to just walk up. That'd be nice. Ooh. 78 of them. Oh, nice. They're already right here getting picked apart. Good for them. Let's see, how is this coming along? So that needs 50 metal, and that needs a little bit of both. And it's mainly because we've had Ken doing a bunch of other stuff. I haven't had him properly salvaging that, and we didn't really have anything bringing back the scraps. So now that we do, we're going to be looking a lot better. Is this drone still working? Yeah, this drone's literally still, off working, bringing back resources. All right, now let's go ahead and activate everybody, and let's drag them down this way. That way the bugs can make their way through majority of my traps. Some of them, as you can see, are going to come up behind me as I delayed a little bit. So that'll happen. Nothing to be concerned about, though. Well, maybe a little bit could be concerned with. Alright, so in this case, you just walk them through, and then you walk them through again. And let them shoot. Go ahead and speed up time. Oh, where'd these ones come from? Hiding in the back. Let me push up and we're done. Easy peasy. I know I said a lot. No, well. Hopefully that doesn't turn into one of my catchphrases, though. I definitely don't want that to be a catchphrase. Why aren't they putting anything in here? What's going on? Like, guys, come on here. Oh, because I don't have store here first. Okay, there we go. I have this set to store here first, so let's deactivate that one. And then when the drone gets a chance, it can take care of everything. And so they're awaiting treatment. I'm really gonna need them to make the clothing now. And it's time to turn on our second fireplace in each of these 3 rooms. It's getting cold outside right now, which means the temperatures with just the one fireplace are going to drop below 30. So with the second one, it'll stay comfortably in the 60s. And these are 9x9 rooms being heated by 2 fireplaces. And the vents are open. Let me go ahead and close these vents. We no longer need to let the heat out. And this is what the temperature would be in the room without any kind of heating. I'm gonna let Grayson keep doing what he's doing, as we just got attacked, so we don't have to worry about getting attacked, at least for the next 5 days. So in the meantime, Grayson can just keep crafting, because that's what I need him to be doing. He needs to be crafting clothing. I have enough turrets, even with those 3 back there, or those 2 back here not being constructed, and these 3 waiting to be worked on. With just the 3 in the front, we should be good if we get attacked by the flyers, which is a huge relief. A huge, huge relief. And so the next thing I'm looking at here is some defenses. Let's go ahead and construct the small things. The things that are only going to take a little bit of time to knock out. And the drone is doing half the work for us already. All the wood is placed, and literally all my people have to do now is just go out and craft it. They don't have to drag the resources there themselves. It's beautiful. And there goes Grayson and Raka, both going to construct, so they can knock this out significantly faster together, and then they can get back to crafting. And he's going to get a jacket as hypothermia is setting in for him. He's a little bit older than the rest of them, so his circulation isn't in top shape. But he should be good now. Or he's going to have mild hypothermia. Okay, so they're going to handle the traps here really fast. Somebody's doing some tailoring work. I believe we have 2 more jackets to make, and then we can get some pants for everybody. And then they can get to making some shoes. Ooh. Cannibals got zapped. That was really close. I think that hit a trap instead of him. But that was like right there. Wow. And so Katina is handling some traps. Vanessa is going to help her. Who's doing my crafting? Okay, Rocka's making another jacket. Let me take a look at our jackets really fast. We've got 1. So we still need 2 more. Really need to get those jackets knocked out so that we can get to some pants, because people need some pants, Rocka. No, don't go shoot. You need to finish your pants, or your jackets so we can make some pants. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set the amount to 3, or from 3 to 2. He's not even making coats, he's making shirts. Fabrics and leathers. Why aren't they crafting it? I don't understand. We got plenty of fabric and a little bit of leather. And Ken still hasn't gotten out to go and gather any of this meat. What's going on? What happened to my management? 4 healers. Okay, construction. Where's Ken's? Yeah, primary hunt. Why is he not hunting? Hunting also consists of butchering. Because he's butchering all this nonsense. Go butcher something else, Ken. Please. And Grayson is back to tailoring another shirt. Hopefully this is the last time he makes a shirt, as I need coats. Winter's about to hit. And if he's already experiencing hypothermia in fall, I can only imagine what's in store for Grayson in the wintertime. So get done with that immediately. So I still need these done. What am I missing? Of course, I'm missing metal. As always, I don't have salvage. Because Ken has been butchering all the insects. Yes. Now what is Ken doing? Ken needs to get out there and work. Butchering old friend. Thank you. Good job, buddy. Now, since we have some metal, I'm gonna go ahead and smelt it until we have 20 in these last 2. No, I'm gonna smelt it until there's 20 because it'll immediately get used. We have 229 deficit. If I'm doing 20 at a time or 10 at a time, that's 20 from these, and then the salvage. If Ken can get to it, I mean, we could be looking good here really soon, but he's not getting to it. He was playing with the bugs. And another night wasted. We're at 38 minutes for this video. I don't know why it felt like it's already been over an hour. I guess because they've been slacking. I mean, I've been mainly focusing on Ken and his bug fascination, haven't I? So he did finally go and hunt 2 of the creatures. Or should I say he went and butchered 2 of the creatures. He still needs to go take care of the other ones. As for Krista, I think we're going to activate her research again as soon as we get done being attacked. I need to grab Grayson. Here he is. Need to hook him up with a weapon really fast as we're about to be attacked. Give him a short bow. This will also allow me to grab all of my survivors at once instead of grabbing them individually. Now let me see where they're coming from. Wow. Okay, from down here. Lovely. Alright, here we go. Drafting and dragging. Who did I not grab? Oh, of course, Grayson. Grayson, thank you, buddy. Go with your peers. They need your help. Really enjoying the fact that I put doors on these sides here. Man, having to run all the way around to get to where I needed them to go is a little annoying, not gonna lie. Let me see if I can aggro some of them real quick. There we go. And run. And stop. And kill whatever comes. And hopefully I can manage to get a couple of these knocked out here before the major horde. Nope, never mind, here they come. Okay. So I'm going to have the speed boosted until they get a little bit closer. And then kick it back to normal. I want them to be able to shoot a little bit, as well as not get surrounded. Which I've been doing a pretty poor job of that lately, so when that happens, just kick the, not the difficulty, just kick the speed down a little bit, and you'll be good to go. I've almost run out of runway, I'm gonna call it. They're starting to run out of room. But at least they're about halfway dead. Just about. And from here, we can pretty much just, settle down right where we're at. Yeah, you don't have to worry about them getting much closer to you. If you are concerned, though, just walk them all the way to the end, or at least until you see the ring of dead bugs in the traps, because that means the traps have been activated there. So we have this nice little patch here, and you can go ahead and speed it all the way up now, as they will die before they get to you, as you see. Beautiful, beautiful. Sometimes all you need is a trap wall. And some of the simplest traps at that. You don't need a whole lot, you guys. These things are phenomenal. I think I'm going to employ a massive field of these in my hardest difficulty run through. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I am not ready for it in the slightest. Nope. I'm over here having a couple difficulties on medium. I can only imagine the hell that I'm going to be facing with that. I mean, all I did was the first couple days and seen that they threw like 40 bugs at me and said, okay, I'm out. I don't have no traps, I don't have no weapons, I don't have no armor, I'm dead. And yeah, they died. So yeah, I'm nowhere near ready for that yet, though I do eventually plan on doing that. And if I can figure out how, I want to make a proper walkthrough for it. I haven't looked up anybody else's content. I'm sure there's plenty of people, at least a couple names, that I can look up for the insane walkthrough on. I like doing things blind. I enjoy the challenge. I mean, this isn't much of a challenge. What's going on over here? Why aren't these all nice and neat? Huh. Okay. Interesting. That's going to annoy me a lot. How would I go about fixing that? Yeah, that's so weird that they built it this way. I mean, all you have to do is shift over one and then you're back in line with everything. Weird. Are we still making jackets? Like, what's going on over here? We got 2 shirts, so we're finally making jackets. Okay. So that's what's going on. What's Krista doing? Krista is planting. Alright. I mean, it looks like everything's planted for the most part. So, research. Now, what do I want to have Krista doing now? Oh, I said that twice, didn't I? Well, all right, let's get some laser pikes. Let's get some pulse rifles. Um, what do I need for this? So I need nanotubes. So hold off on that. Let's get the drinks. No. Now we'll get all the drinks. Get some tea and some cereal as we can make those over here. Then we'll get the distillation running for a couple other things. Make our wine, make our beer. At least I think that's where you make it. I mean, that's the logical choice to me anyways. Alright, so nighttime consumption is still dropping. Alright, so it's going to be empty in about 15 days, a year, full in 3 hours. Okay. It's bouncing all over the place. But that's a good thing. That's why I like being, 2 to 3 times over your consumption during the daytime, because if you're mixing it up and building both, you're going to be looking at about, on average, either just slightly above or just slightly below your consumption rate. As you see, we're going all over the place. We're down by 25, down by 40, then it's up by a little bit, and then it's down by a little bit, and it's up by a little bit. Empty in 7 days. So, yeah. Just gotta keep an eye on that consumption. Don't build too much. And if you do, get some more power going. Take a look at the video. 47 minutes. Okay, I have a little bit more time left. And with it, where did that item go? I heard it drop by. I thought it was right there. It is. I was gonna say it sounded like it dropped fairly close, and it did. I'm not seeing any ore in there. Occasionally, ore can fall from the sky. And I need to get that killed. That's a little too close for my liking. But okay. Get some research going with Krista. She just got the laser pipes researched. Oh yeah, I was gonna get the alcohol. So we're gonna go with beer first, as I have a decent amount of grain, and I don't want all of this to spoil. Why are my meals out in the open? Yes, I don't have a refrigerator. Ooh, my tinnitus just went off. Ugh. Good lord. I mean, my tinnitus is always going, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. My left ear, non-stop. But what I'm complaining right now is my right ear. Jesus. Oh, man. The right ear, when it goes off, it's not always ringing 24/7, and if it is, it's dwarfed by the left ear. So I don't even really hear the right ear, except for sometimes my right ear will go completely silent, and then out of nowhere, this splitting, shrill ring just bursts through my eardrums and completely dwarfs the left side for a second, and then the left side's like, oh, right side, you're trying to show me up? Okay, and then the left side kicks up. It's annoying. And I know why it's happening, too. My little one, she's been screaming her head off these last few days, and I don't even know why. It's not some bad coffee. I'm trying out some new stuff. Usually I go for the donut shop, but tonight I'm trying Bob Marley's One Love. It isn't bad, like I said. It's a little acidic. So if you suffer from heartburn, you guys, this isn't going to be the coffee for you. Bob Marley, This brand seems to be a little bit on the more acidic side than not. And then, like I said, the acidic nature of the coffee will jumpstart your acid reflux. So have some Tums nearby if you suffer from it. If not, indulge. Knock yourself out. It's got a very robust flavor, a very earthy flavor, almost like dirt, but like a flavorful dirt. That doesn't sound appealing at all, but trust me, the stuff's good. Though it's no donut shop, though that's what I've come to enjoy on a daily basis. It's some really good stuff. Though with how much I'm drinking coffee and the price of coffee going up, I might just have to buy myself a little bag of coffee, a little cheap bag, and get a little coffee pot just for when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I can make a small pot of coffee and not go through 5K pods. Because like I said, they're getting expensive. Everything's just there's no end to it. It doesn't look like it's ever gonna come down. It just keeps going up and up and up. Everything's going up and up and up. They're saying that, price of gas is gonna be $6. Have you ever been to California? It's like at a normal $5. And now you're saying it's gonna be $6 in places that it's $4? That means it's gonna be like $8 to $10 a gallon here in California. That is ridiculous. And that's just the gas. And don't get me started on food. I used to be able to take $200 and fill up my trunk. Now I take $200 and I'm like, I got 4 bags and a box of diapers. The heck. I remember my parents going to the grocery store with $100 and coming back with a full trunk, and stuff in the back seat. A completely packed trunk and stuff in the back seat. $100. Where are those days? I wanna live during those days again. Where my mortgage is $3,000 a month, where I could literally take that $3,000 a month and pay off my entire house in a year, because houses back then were like $38,000. And then you have these older generations saying, "Oh, back in my day, I could buy a house and this and that." Yeah, you could buy a house for $38,000. You were making, you weren't making a bunch of money, but you were at least making $1,000 a month. Nowadays, we're paying $400,000 for a house, and we're making $3,000 a month. The math just ain't mathing. If you were to take the percentage of both, you'll notice that your percentage is significantly larger number, as your values are a lot better, and ours is way less of a number. I think my math's mathing. Yeah, ours is a significantly less number, significantly less percentage, meaning it's going to take us that much longer time to get everything paid off. And then let's not get into the cars. Our cars nowadays were as much as your houses back in that era. So anybody that's like, "Oh yeah, you guys aren't working hard enough, you're not motivated enough." It's like, yeah, we're not motivated enough because everything is 100 times more expensive nowadays. Well, 10 times more expensive, but still, it's way more expensive. Cost of living just keeps going up with every year, and with no end in sight. Let me take a look at our time. I don't want to go over 54 minutes. All right, so we're going to allow them to do the attack, and then we're going to call it. And so that's pretty much all I'll have time for. Come on. There you go. I believe in you. You can make it. Come on. Come on. And make them cut in by pulling your survivors away from the spikes, getting them stuck in the spikes for that first initial volley, and then bring them right back, allowing them to target those stuck in the tracks. How is Katina injured? She's not even in there. Like, look, she's back here. She didn't even... Oh yeah, because they do shoot with their tail. Never mind. It's completely feasible for her to have gotten hurt. downside to the spike traps and these bigger ones, they don't get to half health. So what you do now is you bring yourself way over here and you let them get stuck in the traps again. And just giving yourself barely enough room to take down 2 or 3 at a time. You don't want to overwhelm your people, because that also means that they're going to be taking that much amount of return fire from these bugs. So if you're limiting yourself to like 1 or 2, that means you're only getting hit by 1 or 2. And then you just slowly march them on in and kill all the bugs. Why is Ken handling traps? There we go. And then unselect. So Ken's a little hurt, Vanessa's a little hurt, and Katina's a little hurt. Doesn't look like there's extensive bleeding. However, they mainly got hurt because of their armor. Vanessa doesn't have pants. Rocket doesn't have pants. Katina doesn't have boots. Grayson doesn't have boots. And Ken doesn't have pants. Nope, that's not Ken. That's Rocket. Where's Ken? Ken's somewhere. Ken's on a sad wander. There's Ken. And Ken's fine. Alright, you guys, that's all I have time for with this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smack that like button. It helps with YouTube's algorithm, get us pushed out more. Other than that, I don't like to push the other things. That's all, you guys. If you feel like hitting that sub button, be my guest. I'm not gonna, be sad if you don't. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I can't get paid for it anyway because of the VA, but yeah, that's a whole different story that I think I explained in another video. But alright, you guys, that's it for me for this one. Thank you for tuning in. Again, smack that like button if you enjoyed it. You guys take care. You stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.